I dined at I Potiche, a one Michelin star fine dining restaurant in the grounds of an elegant city centre hotel. One of the most beautiful restaurant interiors I have ever seen. I went for the 9-course tasting menu with the wine flight. Please follow this series of shorts to see what I ate for the whole meal and my verdict of each course. To begin with, the amuse-bouche, an appetizer before the courses began to arrive. They did their job perfectly, teasing my palate and setting me up to expect some exciting flavours. Then, vast quantities and varieties of bread arrived on my table, which would remain there for each course until the desserts. So far, so good. I'm excited to see what comes next. Check out the first courses in the next short. My first course at I Potiche was a combination of fishy and fruity flavours that worked so well and were perfect to kickstart the summer seasonal menu, especially in the middle of this heatwave. A really fine start. As for the second course, well, it was another winner. I would have never thought to have paired vermouth-soaked cherries with beef tartare, but that's just the magic of fine dining. Experimental matching of flavours that just somehow work, and this definitely worked. It was a really special and memorable dish. The third course was potentially my favourite of the first 3 courses. The flavour of the prawns was powerful, while the wild garlic foam was just kind of delicate so as to not overpower the seafood flavour, rather just complement them. I could have eaten 100 of those. The fourth course at I Potiche was honestly my least favourite of the meal so far. It wasn't bad, it was quite alright, but just not that exciting. Smoked pasta in a sauce with a rather one-note flavour, so after the first mouthful, I was kind of fed up with it. We were back onto a winner with the tasty rockfish soup with al dente pasta though. I enjoyed it so much that I had to use some of the bread after to mop it up and clean the plate. Etiquette rules be damned. As for the sixth course, the mozzarella water and basil oil made for a delicious broth for the ravioli, which had a beautiful lobster filling, could be my second favourite of the night so far. It might have even taken the top spot if the ravioli wasn't quite so al dente. The seventh course of my 9-course tasting menu meal in I Potiche, Bologna was amazing. The Parma Lord wrapped sea bass was really interesting, but honestly the real star was that fig ice cream side. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was, but I won't forget it anytime soon. The 8th course? Well, that duck blew all the other dishes out of the water. The flavour was just otherworldly. It was so tender, and I was so sad when it was over. Seriously a show-stopping dish, and a fitting end to the main section, ready to finish the meals with dessert. But first, I opted for the additional cheese course, which was really impressive. It might have been pushing the boat out just a little too much, but the selection of cheeses that they had on offer, it was just so tempting. For the final act of my 9-course dinner in I Potiche, it was of course time for desserts. The main dessert was accompanied by a Prosecco mousse, which was light and foamy and really nice, followed by a selection of small sweets, ranging from a tiny fancy donut to a chocolate ice cream sandwich. It was all very good, and a fitting end to an impressive culinary experience. All in all, the meal did cost a lot of money. It was €370 when you include the wine flight and the additional cheese course. However, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I did enjoy myself.